Okay, everybody, so welcome back. Environmental hazards. Some of this we've already reviewed because we did a whole video on asbestos and lead and radon and another video on how to handle that as a salesperson. But they have another one, and repetition helps you pass. I'm going to try and get all 7 lessons done under 30 minutes. We're going to move kind of quick here because, first of all, this is already a review if you've seen my other videos. If you fail this section on the test, then this is what you need to study. If you're interested in more drinking water information, you can go on the National Geographic site and check this. Jeez, it's got so many advertisements here. Okay, you need a subscription to continue reading. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do that. All right, Maryland public and private water. Okay, this is specifically for Maryland. Governs state drinking water. I can tell you from living in Maryland that most of this water is nasty. All right, what are the following statements about groundwater are accurate? Once groundwater is contaminated, it cannot be decontaminated. Groundwater is water that is accessible under the Earth's surface. Which ones are accurate here? Severe water can result in contaminated groundwater. Okay, let's try it. There's 2 of them. There's one we're missing. All right, so we got this one and this one. What other one is it? Pure drinking water wells are not affected. Not quite. Okay. This one and this one. This one? Okay. Groundwater forms the water table, the level at which the ground is saturated. Okay. All right, let's see what this means. Determine whether the following statements are true or false. Local codes for public water have maximum contaminant levels and ensure compliance with federal standards. True or false? Public water is regularly tested for contaminants, although microbiological organisms are concerned. Blank are the most frequent contaminants found in public water and cause the most illness. Lead and copper are the most frequent contaminants that cause illness. I wouldn't think so. I would think it would be these, but all right, we'll put true and see. The higher the pH, the more alkaline the water is, the harder it is, the lower the sulfur. The Water Supply Program, which is a part of the Environment's Water Administration, ensures drinking water is safe. Arsenic has been found in some Maryland wells. No, that's not true. Oh, okay, that's terrifying. Okay, this is false, which I thought it was false, because I was going to say I would think it would be this that would be the most illness. So I think everything is true except for this one here. True, true, false, true. The higher the pH, the harder the water is. The lower the pH, the more softer and more acidic it is. And I can't believe arsenic has been found in some Maryland wells. That's a little terrifying. All right, your client can contact their local water plant treat and ask for copies. Maybe. Although not required by law, most local water treatment plants will provide a copy of their latest test results. Municipalities are required to distribute an annual report to consumers on drinking water. And we're going over all this stuff because it's good for you to know, in case your customer asks you, your clients, about their drinking water. You may get some people that need well water. It might be living away from everything and they might need well water. So it's good to know about this. But again, you're not an expert on it. So if they start asking two specific questions and it might be legal, then you need to go refer them to a professional. Your client is responsible for having their own water supply treated? I don't think so. The testing of community wells is the responsibility of the local health department. I don't know about that either. To keep contaminants out of a well, the access to the well should be 6 inches. Let me see this one. This is a picture. Arsenic water treatment. Wow, that's like a little terrifying. Okay. True. Maybe arsenic naturally occurs in groundwater as a result of dissolving minerals. Okay, so the only one we got wrong here was the top one. And it says that a client is responsible for having their own water supply treated and tested. So this is not done by the health department, by the way. It's done by like whoever takes care of water treatment plants in your county, wherever you live. It's not done by a health department. Health department has enough going on with COVID right now. They don't need to be taking care of your water. Commonly detected chemicals in drinking water. Gasoline. Oh my God. I would hope not. What were the 3 most commonly detected chemicals in source water? Well, dear God, I hope it's not gasoline. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That would be terrifying. No, so it must be fragrance, personal care products, herbicides or pesticides. Let's see. No, so it's fragrance, herbicides, and pesticides. No, that still isn't right. Okay, fragrance, personal care properties, herbicides. Oh my God, what is this? Didn't I already put gasoline in here? Okay, so it's not pesticides, it's not personal care products. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Did I say? Okay, fragrance, this one, and this one. Let's try that. Oh my God, that took forever. Maybe I should have clicked on the resource. That would have been helpful, huh? Somebody smacked me through the computer. Here we go. I just had to open it up. There's the answer right there. This is why we need to do live study groups so you all can yell at me instead of me sitting here trying to figure this out myself. So you tell your people we need more subscribers so that we can do some live groups for those who are actually watching this video. All right, asbestos. We've already covered this a lot in another video. And this is a federal thing, by the way. It's not just local to a certain specific state. Which of the following can contain asbestos? Rocks and soil. Interior, ceiling tiles, shingles, roofs, flooring, insulation, walls. We'll check heating systems since, okay, all of them. All of these things, asbestos can be found in. And it's usually in homes that are built prior to 1973. It is a lung disease by breathing in fibers that are microscopic. And I remember working at a place where they had it, and they closed the whole building down and had to get rid of all the asbestos in the building. It took a long time. Okay, so how can you determine if it's in your home? You can hire an accredited individual. Leave it to the professionals. You just want to make sure. Okay, next is lead. We also did a video on this, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. We did lead, asbestos, and mold. And this one is 1978. Asbestos is 1973. So the 70s, they really put a lot of mess into their homes, didn't they? 78, they did lead. 1973, they did asbestos. Which of the following places may you find this lead? You can definitely find it in paint. Present in pipes. Could be in your drinking water if it goes through the pipes. Alright, well, we can put everything on here and see what it says. Okay, can't be found on the floors. Okay, so it's everything but the floors. Alright, if your home was built before 1978, you need to wipe down the flat surfaces, mop the smooth floors, have a lead professional test for lead hazards. Lead exposure, remember we talked about this before. This was in another video. The most person that is vulnerable are the children or a woman who's pregnant. All of these things you need to do except for sand down the floors because they said it's not in the floors. So, alright, to protect yourself against lead. Basically, just keep your house clean is what it looks like to me. So if you're kind of piggish, then you need to get cleaning, right? Alright, lead. If you live like an animal, you need to start cleaning up. Alright, lead in the license, let's see. Make sure you have the requirements. Under lead, EPA, protect your family from lead. Okay, we did like a whole video on this. It's basically what we just talked about. Wash children's hands, their bottles, pacifiers. You need to just pretend like you're in COVID, right? Clean up after yourselves. You know, wash your hands. Make sure you remove your shoes when you come out from outside. And this is if you live in a home before 1978 and are at risk. Set up inspections. Disclosure known lead hazards. Ensure lead-based paint contingency is written into the sales agreement when you do this for your buyers. You know, we're not just reading this stuff for nothing. It's because you need to know these. You need to know these laws so that you can pass this on to your potential buyers, prospective clients. Now, in Maryland, we have to give a pamphlet to the buyers if they are considering or put a contract or anything on a home prior to 1978. They have a pamphlet out. And they also need to sign a form here. Okay, if the sellers have had any lead assessments done, then they should present that to the buyer. So the contract gives the buyer 10 days to get the lead inspected, and I don't really think it's a huge amount of money. All right, licensee lead requirements. Ensure lead-based contingency is written up. Set up inspections. You can help them out with that. Be sure and give them 3 different people that do it so you're not being biased. Make sure they're all different nationalities, colors, and everything, so you're not being biased. Because we all have hidden biases, and you want to try to avoid that, okay? All right, set up inspections. And I disagree with that one. I do think you should. I know as an all the people that I've worked with have all helped me set up. All of my agents, my real estate people, have all set up the inspections for me. They should pick out who they want to work with, and don't show them anything with pictures either. Try to be as non-biased as possible, even if you prefer somebody over another, because they're easier to work with. Be sure and give them 3 different people to choose from if they don't have anybody. And most of the time, people are not walking around with home inspections and people that do lead analysis in their pockets, except for real estate agents, because we use these quite a bit. Certified lead supervisors who can perform renovation work. I have never seen it to where we actually had lead in the house. So I don't know who can perform it. Well, I've always had them tested, but they never came out positive, thank God. But any of those people can do it, by the way. Everything came out okay on that. And the same goes for rental properties. If it was built before 1950. Always be protective. Actually, it should be 1978 with lead. Radon is 1950, I believe. The buyer is responsible for that expense. If lead is discovered, there are options how to proceed. The seller can, the buyer can correct it at the seller's expense. Let me see this. What does it say? Okay, I don't know. Select all that apply. I think all of these could apply. Yeah, all of these could apply. These are the choices that they have. The buyer can accept the property as is and just fix the issue themselves. All right, lesson 6, radon. All right, Sarah told Jerry about radon, including what radon is. It's an odorless gas, colorless, odorless, radioactive, released when uranium decays. It can build up in soil and well water. So if you have well water or you're in a place that has well water, you need to definitely get this checked. Because it could definitely cause major health issues. Radon can enter the home through cracks and crevices in the building, the floors, cracks in the concrete. You can purchase a radon kit, but set it up where it won't be disturbed. Personally, I think it would be better to have a radon technician come out and do it for you, someone who's a professional. And the things that you can do to correct it is install a system that has vents and filters that the radon from the home mitigation system that won't make it go out. Sometimes places with chimneys or foundational walls, sometimes the cracks in these concrete slabs or chimneys will let it in. Where is radon typically found? It can be found in soil. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's talk about radon levels, which are unsafe. I don't know if it tells you. Here it is right here. And when it exceeds 4, any level of radon over 0 is considered select all, anything over 0. So all of these would be considered unsafe. All right, anything over 0. You don't want anything in there. An odorless gas getting into your breathing system. Hire a professional, seal any cracks, install a venting system, replace any 1978 materials. Oh, no? Okay. Never mind on that last one. Okay, great job. On radon. This is just a radon review because we already had this in another. Okay, other environmental hazards. So, you know, it's kind of important if they're repeating a lot of the same stuff. Mold is another repeat. I don't know what I named the previous video, but it's probably like environmental something. Moisture. Lack of air circulation. No. Okay. Fix leaks and plumbing issues. Scrub moldy surface with water and detergent. It could be bleach. I don't know about detergent. Apply primer and paint. Discard porous. Hire a professional. Apply primer and paint over moldy wall surfaces. Okay, mold should be removed before painting. Okay, so this one. Okay. Abandoned site, which is suspected to contain hazardous waste or contaminants. This one is carbon dioxide. This one is chemical compounds made of carbon. Aerosol sprays, insulation, and used to store hazardous material. Underground storage tanks. Commonly used in aerosol sprays is this one right here. I don't have no idea how you spell that. Chlorofluorocarbons. Indoor sources is from this is wallpaper, paints, and contaminated fish and animals. Okay. So these are all other environmental hazards that you need to be on the lookout for. This is good to know as a homeowner too, by the way. All right, so we got 12 questions, and I'm not really sure we're going to pass it the first time. If we don't pass it the first time, then we'll have to do it another video. Well, let's try and get through it as quick as possible. Can lodge in the lungs and intestines, causing cancer. Oh gosh, this could be a lot of stuff. This could be lead paint, I would think, too. How does drinking water become contaminated by lead? Lead water pipes. All right, Stan is a home inspector. He pointed out neither of the two bathrooms had vent fans, which could lead to mold growth. Certain homes and other buildings are designated as target dwellings by the EPA. What does that mean? These cannot be inhabited until lead abatement has been performed. I'm guessing on that one. I have no idea. All right, 1978 is lead. And what you also need to provide to a buyer is the lead safety pamphlet. Microscopic pieces of mold that float around the air are called what? Spores. According to the EPA, at what level does radon become a health issue? I'm thinking this one. Which federal agency sets the guidelines for drinking water? In the EPA. Asbestos can be identified in what way? I don't know. I don't remember this one at all. I'm going to guess and say polarized light microscope, or it's the black light. You definitely can't see it with a flashlight, to my knowledge. All right, what act requires sellers, landlords, and agents to disclose any lead hazards in their home? Federal Lead Disclosure Act. Many chemicals remain in public water supplies. For what environmental issue are CFCs blamed? And I don't even know what CFCs are. So I have no idea. I'm going to say carbon monoxide poisoning. All right, well, we definitely failed, so we'll have to take this on another video. But let's look and see what we got wrong so we don't repeat the same thing. Lead water pipes, we got right. The lack of moisture. This one was wrong. There are specific requirements for contractors. This one correct. This one is 4.0, Piccaries, whatever that is. This is the Federal Safe Drinking Water Act that sets the guidelines for drinking water. And I got this one right. Good guess on that one. This is the Residential Lead-Based Paint Hazard Reduction Act. And this is ozone, by the way. CFCs are part of ozone. Okay, well, learned a couple things there, didn't we? I thank you all for watching. I don't know what the next video is. Well, the next video will probably be taking this quiz again. So if you want some more questions on this that might help you on the test, you come back and we will take it again. Thank you all for watching.